The drama continues at the Majeski. They're about to kick off the first half of extra time. Let's join our commentators, Rob Hawthorne and Doug Goodman.
Well, how's your heart rate now on this breathless night? Arsenal, who were 4-0 down with the very last kick of the game here, earning extra time by drawing it back to 4-4 after a comeback started by Walcott, continued with goals from Giroud, Koscielny, who scored for both sides tonight, and Carl Jenkinson. Although controversially, really, Theo Walcott should be having that goal because his initial effort had crossed the line. But oh ye of little faith, eh? Those supporters who left must be regretting that decision now. Here's Joby McAnuff trying to get Reading back in front. It's a great run from the Reading man, and it's saved by Martinez and cleared by Jenkinson.
Well, it's been a thrilling game, hasn't it? And I think the start that we've had, 40 seconds in the first period of extra time, just probably epitomises the whole game. It's been absolutely wonderful for the neutral.
Here's Eisfeld, and he's got it back. The youngster, oh, he should have gone for goal himself, maybe. Instead, he tried to play it to Walcott, and it wasn't the best of balls.
No, this is brilliant. Again, 1 minute they're defending, the next they're up there. A couple of little 1-2s from Eisfeld. He's trying to pass that ball, but it's Joby McAnuff's opportunity at the other end. Koscielny's got a dilemma because Pogrebniak's outside of him. He can't go to McAnuff. Comes inside Giroud, and that will do Damien Martinez's confidence the world of good.
He needed that, the goalkeeper, who was at fault for Ledgerwood's goal in the first half. And then Arsenal were all over the place, and they started like that in the second half too. But slowly they rebuilt themselves. Reading used all of their substitutes, trying to see the game out in the 90 minutes. Arsenal do still have one left at their disposal, but certainly the Arsenal substitutes so far have had the greater impact.
Oh, absolutely, they really have. I think in Ryan McDermott's defence, the final substitution was one just to try and run the clock down and see them over the line. It hasn't come off.
What a run this is by Theo Walcott. He's done well to keep his balance, and he lines up the effort for Andre Arshavin, and that effort typifies his night.
It's not been good, but there's still time for him to change that. Fantastic run from Walcott, and honesty. Stays on his feet when he could have gone down, but the final effort not good.
Well, has Walcott scored two, or does the equaliser go to Carl Jenkinson? There was no flag from the assistant referee to say that his effort counted, and as Carl Jenkinson hasn't scored a senior goal before, then maybe he will be laying claim to it.
He won't get it. Unfortunately for him. I'm sure Theo Walcott will see to that. This is only his third start, isn't it, of the season, Walcott? 6 goals? Not bad.
Here is Walcott. Here's McAnuff. Koscielny away. Gunter with a throw-in. That's Gunter's ball in there, which quite break for Robson-Kanu. Here's Giroud. Giroud has put in a powerful performance since he came on as a substitute for Arsenal. Arshavin tries to slide it through. Doesn't reach Theo Walcott, though. Here's McAnuff. Backed by Laurent Koscielny.
I wonder if fatigue is going to play a part in what happens.
Here's Robson-Kanu. Is he going to line up the shot here? Koscielny makes the tackle. He's the one who is treading a tightrope at the moment. He's on a booking, and there have been a couple of offences since then which might have drawn the referee's attention.
I think that's another sort of question, no matter what happens, that certainly Reading will be interested in. Arsenal may be interested in a penalty. Reading themselves, clear penalty, push on Noel Hunt. We've had it all.
Walcott's ball across, reaches Arshavin. Reading stood still, hoping he would be offside when he wasn't. Shorey's header away, Tab just about manages to complete the clearance. Here's Pogrebniak. Now McAnuff. Gunter's cross goes deep when Church had made the run towards the near post. Robson Kanu. Battle on with Eisfeld. Pogrebniak. Foul by Marouane Chamakh.
That's silly, really silly challenge to give away. I mean, they've struggled, haven't they, all night from corners and free kicks and crosses into the penalty area, and that is really irresponsible of Chamakh to give a cheap free kick away like that.
Well, they've struggled to defend corners and free kicks all night, so it's the last thing really that Arsenal needed to do, give this away. Reading hoping that they can seize the initiative back here as Nicky Shorey delivers. Morrison is there with a header, but that's no real trouble to Damien Martinez. And for Brian McDermott, a very long night. It must feel like starting all over again.
I think it was so very comfortable, not only in the scoreline but in the performance and what was actually going out there on the pitch. There's no way that you could have envisaged Arsenal coming back into the game at all, but you saw his body language just change a little bit when that second goal went in. A little more nervous because he knew if Arsenal could get the next goal, his team were in a little bit of trouble, and now we're back where we started. We've had to get through a lot to get there, but we're back where we started.
Here's Chamakh. And again, Marouane Chamakh. This is Coquelin. Now Jenkinson. Walcott. Come back off Nicky Shorey. Here's Jenkinson, a little short of options. Has to look back to Francis Coquelin. Here's Eisfeld. Now Arshavin. And delivered across, but it is an Arsenal corner.
Well, I know he hasn't had his best night, Andre Arshavin, you know, but you do have to give him credit for keeping going. He still wants the ball, still trying to make things happen. And you never know, he may yet have the last laugh.
Well, could Koscielny, who's scored one at the right end, one at the wrong end, is in there for this corner. Goes beyond him, though, towards Johan Juru. And just about keeps it in. And Morrison steals it from him. There were some strange scenes in the celebrations at 90 minutes you noticed, Don. One or two premature celebrations by Arsenal players.
Juru and Coquelin threw their shirts into the Arsenal crowd and had to fight to get them back. I don't know whether they thought the game was over and there was a replay, or I've got no idea what they were thinking.
Somebody thought they had a souvenir and had it taken away from them. A bit like Reading felt they had this match in the bag and then had it taken away from them with Arsenal's revival. Here's Eisfeld. Miguel unable to get away from Joby McAnuff.
I have to say, of all the players out there, he looks the most tired. Young Miguel, the left back, cannot possibly be used to this kind of a game, this situation, this intensity.
Here's Theo Walcott. Put it into a decent area, just nobody there to take advantage.
It's the perfect cross. It really is the perfect cross. It's what strikers want. In between the goalkeeper and the defenders. Nobody attacking the ball, but come to life since his goal. His first goal.
Carl Jenkinson still begs to differ.
They wouldn't know yet, would they? Either of them.
We'll have to fight over that one later.
And once again, it's highlighted, hasn't it, Reading's ability to score goals and to concede them. And that is something that Brian McDermott really has to correct. Otherwise it'll be a long, hard winter. Cannot keep shipping goals the way they have.
I'm sure Mark Hughes will be absolutely delighted with the way this is going. Reading being taken the full distance ahead of Queen's Park Rangers meeting with Reading at the weekend. Shavin wins Arsenal a free kick. Here's Koscielny. Arshavin. Here's Jenkinson. Here's Coquelin. Asfeld tried to help it on to Giroud, just a little too heavy.
He had time to control it and turn himself.
Robson Campbell thought he was going to get away then, but Coquelin had other ideas. Jenkinson. Asfeld. Here's Johan Giroud. Koscielny. Coquelin. Miguel. Chamakh just dragging it through for Olivier Giroud. Here's Arshavin. Marouane Chamakh goes for goal and does it! Arsenal, who were 4-0 down, lead for the first time, and it's the forgotten man, Marouane Chamakh, who has his name up in lights.
Looking down at Brian McDermott, poor Brian McDermott, just pacing around his technical area. Cannot believe what he's seen. Lovely build-up play. Chamakh it was that flicked that ball to Giroud and carried on. Arshavin gets it back to Chamakh. And how often do you see it? When a shot goes through a defender's legs, goalkeeper unsighted, late reacting, it's in the corner. And Chamakh has given his team the lead. And it has this been one of the most remarkable comebacks of all time, because it's been a sensational game. Doesn't he just love it?
Well, it's the first time really Arsene Wenger's had a smile tonight, and something really concrete to celebrate. His team in the lead, and Federici has to get to that ahead of Marouane Chamakh. Here's Andre Arshavin as Arsenal look to squeeze home their advantage here.
Well, the problem for Reading is everything changed, didn't it? Once Arsenal equalised, they had to change everything. All they were doing for the last, 15, 20 minutes was just trying to get that clock to tick down. Then all of a sudden, they've got to flick a switch and try and win the game. Very difficult.
It's Giroud.
Have they got anything in the tank, Reading? All the substitutions have been made. And Arsenal looking a little bit in control to me.
Here's Pogrebniak. Giroud and Jenkinson doing their job to clear. Now Tab. Here's Ledgerwood. This is Chris Gunter. McAnuff forced away by Miguel, who's hurt himself in making the challenge, allowing a cross. Pogrebniak with a header, always going away from danger.
Well, bodies everywhere for team.
Cramp. All credit to the Arsenal fans who stayed.
Absolutely, and there were quite a few that left, weren't there?
Yeah.
Oh, ye of little faith. To be honest, I don't think anybody could have seen it.
Probably back home now, having made their way along the M4, very embarrassed. Miguel is the player who's down.
Cramp.
He felt it after making the challenge on McAnuff as well to add to his pain.
Yeah. I spotted he was tired very, very early on in extra time. He really was running on empty. He had to make a 30-40 yard run back to try and get back in position. He was labouring.
Well, good time to come on for young Junaid Mead, who is naturally a left-sided defender, although he can play the left side of midfield as well. For Arsenal fans of a certain vintage who are wondering, he's not related to Raphael Mead. He's going to make his senior debut, it seems, in place of Ignacy Miguel. Well, the owner, Anton Zingarovic, was thinking of Wembley at 4-0 up. Now he has to think about Loftus Road on Sunday, and the perhaps more important priority from an owner's point of view of staying in this league.
I wonder if he's ever seen anything like he's seen tonight, because we've had it all. We really have.
The Russian will have the last laugh, is the man just in the picture there, Andrei Arshavin.
Of course, Reading will point to two or three incidents that happened. Noel Hunt, the push at that time, that really would have killed the game off if they'd have had the penalty that they should have. The extra time found in added time, Reading didn't know where it came from.
So Junaid Mead comes on at 5-4 up for his debut. Could have been a very different story for him had he been forced to come on earlier in the game, but he's forced on now with Miguel taken away on a stretcher. But who knows, it may not be over yet. Could be another twist. Here's Ledgerwood. Now Arshavin. Here's Giroud. Now Walcott. Here's Shorey. Well, time to draw breath on a remarkable night here at the Medeski Stadium, in which Marouane Chamakh may, and we can only say at this stage may, have won it for Arsenal after they were 4-0 down in this 9-goal thriller. Reading 4 up in the first half. Jason Roberts starting it all off.
Yeah, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? Reading have won their 2 previous rounds 3-2. Arsenal won 6-1. We should have predicted a goals fest.
Goalkeeper didn't cover himself in glory with Ledgerwood's goal that made it 3, and then Noel Hunt made it 4, and Arsenal at that stage just looked down and out. It was just before half-time when they got this breakthrough.
Yeah, and there were several Arsenal fans that weren't around to see that goal just before half-time.
Giroud, the substitute, had an instant impact, and then Laurent Koscielny, having scored an own goal, scored at the right end. But this could have been a controversial moment, because Walcott's effort crossed the line but wasn't signalled to have done. And although he ran off claiming it, Carl Jenkinson did have to put the ball in the net just to make absolutely sure. And this was the moment when the Arsenal players threw their shirts in the crowd and then realised there was still more to be played. And Marouane Chamakh's goal was in the 13th minute of extra time. So 13 minutes of extra time unlucky for Reading. Marouane Chamakh's first goal in 13 months. And it's given Arsenal this remarkable 5-4 lead.
remarkable, very fitting word for what we've witnessed here this evening.
Here's Eisfeld. Now Theo Walcott. And he's all the way through this time! Well, it would have been an argument with Jefferson then if he'd scored the hat-trick.
Almost telegraphed to Adam Federici where he was going to put that shot, you know. Allowed the keeper to save it.
Well, Reading off the hook there. And does that give them the encouragement that they need? Church looking to get through, and a life-saving challenge there to prevent Church from dragging Reading level. Koscielny, the man who made it.
Just in the nick of time. And this was Theo Walcott's telegraphs where he's going to put that ball for me. It's easier for the goalkeeper than perhaps it should have been.
Big moment in the game, this, for Reading. Trying to show they're not out of it yet, and the goalkeeper was struggling to get there. Not looked comfortable with crosses all night, Martinez.
He just want to escape now, won't he? He'll want his team to win this game. Because he hasn't really done things as well as he would have hoped this evening, been given an opportunity.
Martinez being warned that he's at risk of a booking himself if he wastes too much time. Morrison wins the header. On by Pogrebniak. Away by Koscielny, who's had a remarkably mixed night. At the back for Olivier Giroud. Here's Mikel Ledgerwood. Well to retain it, Ledgerwood. There's Gunter. Giroud climbing all over Simon Church.
Not happy because he feels that Simon Church just doesn't look. He has a little glance, waits for him, makes a back, buys his team the foul. Knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he, Simon Church?
Sure, he's the free kick specialist. Scored with one. First goal in over 4.5 years against Queen's Park Rangers in the last round. Sure, he's the only Reading player to have scored in the Premier League against Arsenal.
I just want to hit the target and make a very nervous goalkeeper work. That's the remit here.
Shorey plays it in dangerously, and Martinez redeems himself with a fine save to possibly keep Arsenal in this.
Oh, that is good goalkeeping. Did the flag go up? I think the flag did go up. He wasn't to know that. Morrison coming around the back, is it? A wonderful save.
They counted anyway, but as you say, Martinez still had to make the save, unaware that the flag had gone up. Arsenal fans singing perhaps rather prematurely about Wembley, but they're not that far now from the quarter-finals. Ledgerwood. Back from McAnuff. Here's Gunter. It's a tremendous run from Joby McAnuff. Cleared by Koscielny, even though Reading fans at least appealed that he'd handled that. Here's Andre Arshavin. Final decision's a bad one from Andre Arshavin. Here's Pogrebniak. Ledgerwood. The ball played behind to Gunter. Which gave Arsenal their chance. Well, there's going to be a card for the challenge.
It's on Mead, and Mead, again, as a few players have done, they've done the opposition a turn because they don't roll over. I mean, that's reckless, that's dangerous. The young man could have been staying down, rolling over, holding his leg. But he didn't. He got it quickly. It's good to see.
Yeah, you're right. Booking though for Morrison. Here's Koscielny. Shammak's header on. He expected Giroud to be closer to him than he actually was. He wins the header. There's Ledgerwood. Now Gunter. Giroud. Giroud. Koscielny. Coquelin. Great ball from Giroud. Out to Andre Arshavin.
The other thing to remember about Arsenal when they were 4-0 down is they'd only scored 1 goal in the last 3 games. It wasn't looking good.
It was a controversial one that Arteta scored at the weekend against Queen's Park Rangers, who Reading face at the weekend. Here's Eisfeld. What a funny game football is, from the depths of despair to this point for Arsenal. There's Jenkinson. They've still got to be careful that they don't throw away what they've worked hard to achieve. And as Reading showed at the weekend with a last-minute equaliser, there is a bit of spirit about them.
They've got lots of character. Don't you worry about that. They've built a team full of character, a squad full of character. They'll keep going. It's just whether they can just find that extra little bit that's required, because after maybe the first 5 minutes of the second half, you have to say Arsenal have bossed it. Whereas Reading were in total control up until that point.
From McAnuff. Robson-Kanu drifting it across. Gunter had Pogrebniak right in his way.
It's a shame, because that was a really good situation. Lack of communication. The ball to the far post has to be Chris Gunter's, but he has to let Pogrebniak know.
He's been involved with Reading for a long time, Sir John Medeski, but not too many nights that he will have seen like this. He was applauding the decision of the referee to book Damien Martinez for time wasting. Right by Koscielny.
Cast your mind back to the first half. Reading way ahead in attempts, but 21 in total from Arsenal. All level pegging and hitting the target. And it's Arsenal who have hit the net just one more time.
Here's Arshavin. Of course, cut out by Morrison. It was Junaid Mead who delivered the cross.
Looking at Reading, I'm looking to see where's it going to come from, where can it come from. The 2 wide players, Kanu, Robson-Kanu, Joby McAnuff, got enough about them if they can get the ball in the right areas.
Here is Robson-Kanu. McAnuff was in there waiting, but it's gone all the way across to Gunter. Absolutely astonishing!
Well, Arsenal arms are in the air. They want offside. They really want offside. They're not going to get it. were as you were. Deep cross. Arsenal just let it go all the way to the back post, and as that is struck, well, maybe level. And of course, all that the assistant referee can see is Lauren Koscielny's red shirt. He can't see the two blue shirts behind him. And Pogrebniak following in is the simplest of headers. And it's game on again. How many more shifts and changes are we going to see? Quite remarkable.
Well, Reading, we're heading for the exit door from the Capital One Cup, but yet again they've summoned that spirit to find an equaliser. And now Arsenal have got to do it all over again, and they might get the chance as Chamakh goes in and Federici does enough. And now it's you have a go, we have a go again, and it's Reading coming forward with Robson Kanu. Who's going to get the 11th goal of this remarkable night?
You say that with such certainty that there is going to be an 11th goal. That's 5 minutes to go. Hard to disagree with what we've seen.
A yellow card for Thomas Eisfeld. I think they call this stadium the Mad Stad for short, don't they? It's been a mad night at the Mad Stad. Shawry's kick in towards Morrison, and Martinez just keeps it the right side of the line. So after all of this, is it going to be decided on penalties?
Wow. Some would probably argue that would be a fitting way to end such madness. There's 3 minutes to go, and by this time in normal time, Arsenal were still 2 goals behind. So don't hold your breath.
Here's Jenkinson. Header away by Morrison. Eisfeld. Now Mead. Always giving it away. That could be costly for Arsenal. Pogrebniak. Shawry. It's a foul by Francis Coquelin.
Well, they'll throw the ball into the penalty area because they know they've caused Arsenal problems all night by doing so.
Gawks and Morrison have gone forward for Nicky Shawry's free kick. And the header from Tab goes all the way back to Damien Martinez. Mead. Jenkinson. Koscielny in a battle with Simon Church. Here's Arshavin. Try to slide it through for Marouane Chamakh. Arsenal having climbed the mountain have got to do it again. Giroud looking to do it for them, and it's narrowly wide.
Well, I looked at Adam Federici and he did not move. And I don't think it's because he thought this was going wide. This is a brilliant effort. Goes early, goes with the outside of his left boot. Federici do nothing about that if that's on target.
Here's Church. Gunter's got forward if Ledgerwood can pick him out, and he has. Reading pouring forward, fall to the left of the fullback here. And Martinez can pick that up in relative comfort. Again, there'll be a question of stoppage time and whether it can be won before penalties. Ledgerwood trying to make that argument academic. Koscielny, though, is in the way.
Oh, he's gone as well. Koscielny, look, charging forward.
And it's Arshavin. There'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time. Man in the box if he can get it across. And he has it off the line. Shots on follow-up. And it's turned in. And surely this time, Theo Walcott has won it. 11 goals on a mad night at the Medeski Stadium. And Arsenal
is about desire, it's about drive, it's about determination, and Laurent Koscielny is the player who starts this off. He's in the middle of your picture there, the centre-half. He's busting the gut, as have 3-4 other Arsenal players to break there, break quickly, and they are punished. And did we say Arshavin may have the last laugh? I think he has. It may have been a goal for L.Cup, but Andre Arshavin has torn Reading to pieces for just the one time that was necessary. And L.Cup, I think he's just scored the winning goal. What an amazing game. And even Arsene Wenger, well, he must be stunned by what he's seen here tonight. He must be.
Well, Arsene Wenger won't take too much pleasure from the defending, but he will from the spirit his team have shown in adversity. Theo Walcott can claim the hat-trick, but can Arsenal claim the victory? You still wouldn't be too sure with 30 seconds left versus whatever the referee adds on for the celebrations for the goal.
Well, they've shown us Reading. They've got character, they've got spirit. Nobody could imagine they were going to score a fifth equalising goal. Can they do it again?
Morrison launches one. Here's Adam Farici, who does have a goal to his credit in his career. Gorks with a header on. Johan Joro away. Gorks again. Here's Tab. Ledgerwood going down the middle looking for Pavel Pogrebniak. Check on the watch already from the referee. It's in dangerously, and Koscielny meets it once more. Still Reading keep up the pressure. It's floated back in, and Martinez now does show safe hands when they're needed and launches one looking for Giroud.
Well, Arsene Wenger not happy because his goalkeeper has given the ball back to Reading, basically.
Will they pay for that? Gorks wins the header. Can't find a teammate. Cleared by Walcott. And a missed header gives Chamakh a chance to seal it once and for all for Arsenal here. And he has! So ends one of the most remarkable nights in League Cup history as Arsenal claim a seventh. Arsene Wenger heads for the quarter-finals of this competition, and he will wonder, and many others will wonder, how they've got there.
Well, pure and simply, absolute and utter drive, determination, character. It is a shame that such a game needed to be clinched on a mistake, a defensive mistake, but Chamakh really punishes Chris Gunter. That's a calm, calculated finish. And what started out as a dream in heaven has turned into a nightmare. You have to feel for Brian McDermott.
Here is Ledgerwood. One of the most remarkable nights in the history of this competition. Arsenal through to the quarter-finals of the League Cup, but only after being 4-0 down and only after one heck of a struggle here with Reading. A Theo Walcott hat-trick in the end, helping to get them through with the help of a second goal from Marouane Chamakh to clinch it right at the death. But Reading, who were 4-0 up in the first half, will wonder how on earth this game slipped away. The likes of Robertson, own goal from Koscielny, Ledgerwood and Hunt put them 4-0 up. Arsenal fought back to 5-4. Then Chamakh thought he'd won it in extra time, only for Pogrebniak to strike back at 5-all. And Arsenal then hit two more to leave these Reading players looking absolutely bemused. Not the best preparation for them going into that bottom of the table clash against Queen's Park Rangers. A long night and ultimately a really deflating night for Queen's Park, for Reading ahead of that QPR game, Don.
Oh, it's just been the most amazing night I've seen, I have to say. Just looked like a walk in the park for Reading for the first 44 minutes or so. I mean, they must have had a right go. Arsene Wenger would have had a right go at them. And even he could not possibly have seen what we've seen tonight. Shirts in the crowd, they threw them in well before time. You can keep that now. There have been penalty claims, there have been probable red cards that haven't been issued. There's been added time at the end of the 90, which proved absolutely crucial. We have had everything you could want of a cup tie. This would grace any cup competition in world football. It's been amazing, loved it.
Well, shows you what an epic achievement this is from Arsenal. First time in their long and distinguished history that they've conceded 5 goals in a match and yet won the game. They've done it in part thanks to Theo Walcott, who claims the match ball as a result of his hat-trick heroics. Well, to analyse this in depth, we might be here until tomorrow morning. It has been an absolutely astonishing night that has finished Reading 5, Arsenal 7.
Rob, Don, thank you so much. Niall's just leant over and said, Ben, we're not going to forget this one. What a night.
Just absolutely incredible. I had the privilege to be here tonight. That's about the best thing I can say about this. It was from the moment it started to the moment it finished, it was the most extraordinary game I have seen, possibly since I started this professional thing many years ago. It was extraordinary.
And you have to feel for the Reading fans and the Reading players who put in such a phenomenal first half performance, then came back into the game.
No, they'll go home and say, how did that happen? You know, how did we score 5? How were we involved in such a game? And how was it robbed from us near the end? It was just extraordinary. But they can take great credit from taking part and playing a part in one of the greatest games ever.
You can hear the music in the background. That's life, and it certainly is. Life turns to the Premier League. We get a bit of a breather, maybe. Manchester United take on Arsenal. They're back in action on Saturday at Old Trafford midday. You get that one in 3D. Goodness me. Well, we're going to take a few minutes, get our breath back and try and put together what has been a remarkable eve of Halloween. That man there with a hat-trick on the evening. Arsenal have run out winners in a 12-goal thriller.